From WTNZ Knoxville, 10 News at 10 on Foxville 43 starts now.
Carly Trent found safe after a 9-day search across 19 states.
Carly is safe tonight because of an entire community pulling together and working with law enforcement to bring her home.
2 Hawkins County men discovered Carly and her uncle Gary Simpson.
Boy, what joy when we found her.
Hear from them about making the citizen's arrest.
Hallelujah, thank God, thank God. I'm so happy.
And how Carly's doing now that she's back with her family. 10 News at 10 starts now.
The search for Carly Trent is over. The 9-year-old Rogersville girl is back with her family tonight. Her uncle Gary Simpson in custody. We have crews across East Tennessee this evening covering all angles of this breaking story. Rachel Whittle is standing by in Johnson City where Carly was taken to the hospital this afternoon. We will check in with her in just a moment, but we want to share with you what we know at this hour. Gary Simpson is in custody at the Hawkins County Jail. He is charged with custodial interference and aggravated kidnapping. Carly's mother, Shannon, tells us she is relieved that her daughter is safe. Friends who were searching the area ended up finding them this afternoon in a barn in a rural wooded area in Hawkins County. Now, Gary Simpson's arrest comes after an extensive search. It lasted 9 days across 19 states. Authorities say 18,050 tips were reported during the hunt. We want to bring in 10 News reporter Michael Crow now with more on how Carly was found. You actually spoke with one of the men that discovered her and her uncle in the barn.
Yeah, that's exactly right. His name is Roger Carpenter. He was part of a crew of 4 men searching. He says he felt called to search this area. They were very close there last night, but they went back today, and he says they just felt like they had the right spot. Now, they did find her in a barn with the van. Some other members of that crew, Donnie Lawson and Stuart Franklin, those two actually held him at gunpoint until the police could arrive. Now, this is a very remote area. I think you're looking at some video of Roger right now. He is sitting with his granddaughter. He said he felt very called to search because of her. She's about the same age as Carly and looks a lot like her. He said he couldn't get that out of his mind. It's why he was so committed to this search. Now, again, they found them in a very remote area about 20 miles north of town in a barn. And I'll tell you, those are a long 20 miles on twisting roads with very little cell reception. He says this has been a very long week, but it's worth it. Here he is.
I've been searching for Carly ever since the second day. Searched every day except Sunday. And it's really burdened my heart to find this little girl, especially because to me she resembles my granddaughter standing here with me, Kylie, a lot. And I know how much she meant to me. And I thought about it and thought, you know, if it was her, I'd want every one of y'all out there hunting her. And it was the least I could do. God bless me with good help. We have really worked hard dogging this man, and I'm no hero. I've got to thank my 3 buddies over and over and over. This is an experience together that we will never forget. It wasn't an enjoyable one, but boy, what joy when we found her. I mean, boy, we had a celebration in Gravely Valley over there, and it was a good celebration, a good end to a long, hard road.
Now, he says Carly appeared to be all right when they found her. She was, of course, taken to the hospital to be evaluated, but he was very excited that they found her. He said that the Lord felt like he was being called there.
They were in the right place at the right time. Certainly all their hard work paid off. Thank you, Michael Crow. We appreciate it. I want to bring in the Hawkins Elementary principal, Barry Bellamy. You've been on TV quite a bit the last week.
Too much.
You talked to me that those interviews you did not smile. You are all smiles tonight. How happy are you?
I'm ecstatic. It's just like a huge weight has been lifted off the school, off the town, you can just feel it in the air here in town.
You were actually at school when you got the good news.
Yes, we had a meeting this afternoon, and there were all the principals in the county were there, most essential office personnel, and one of our teachers was still there, and she got a tip from a friend in law enforcement, I think, that they may have found her, and we made some phone calls, and sure enough, it was legit, and it was a lot of happy people this afternoon.
What is school going to be like for you tomorrow?
It's going to be great. I can't wait to get there. Our kids are going to be excited. Our teachers are going to be excited. We're just so thrilled that Carly was found safe, and words just can't describe. how good we feel.
You said today was tough at school. You just had a really bad feeling.
Yeah, it just seemed like that as this drug on, it just seemed that every day got a little bit tougher. When this first broke, you felt like, oh, they'll catch him the next day, whatever. And as it just drug on and drug on, it just seemed like a heavier weight every day. And today was the worst, but the weight was lifted this afternoon.
How are you going to share the news tomorrow?
Well, we're probably going to change the sign. We're going to probably put "Welcome Home, Carly" on the sign. Of course, I think there's no secret. I think everybody knows by now. I saw several kids out in town tonight, and I think everybody knows. But we'll announce it, and we're just going to have a great day tomorrow at school.
Well, I commend you. I mean, it's just been a tough week, and to lead young children through this, it's hard to understand as a child, even as an adult as well, but just you and your staff have done a great job, and I'm excited for you all to celebrate tomorrow.
Well, thank you, and I think most of the credit actually goes to our teachers. They did a fantastic job with this. They were honest with our students. They just did a fantastic job.
You going to be able to sleep tonight, or are you just so excited with the good news?
Well, I hope to be able to sleep well tonight. I've not slept a whole lot in the last 8 days, but I hope to sleep well tonight.
Enjoy tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Again, the principal at Hawkins Elementary, Principal Barry Bellamy, sharing his emotions, his thoughts tonight that Carly is home and safe. Well, we want to go now to Rachel Whittle, as the Rogersville Police Chief said. Carly is at the Johnson City Medical Center. She's been examined there to determine her health after being in the woods for a week now. Rachel, have you had a chance to talk to family?
Beth, we haven't been able to contact them, or we haven't really gotten a response from them, but we've been waiting on signs of Carly Trent and her family here at Johnson City Medical Center. You can see that behind me. There are many details still unknown about her condition. Family members wanted to check her physical and mental health since her uncle Gary Simpson had been holding her captive in such a remote and wooded area on Clinch Mountain. Simpson's wife Linda says Carly's well-being is the most important thing now that she's been found.
The biggest question I want answered right now is if Carly's okay. And once I know she's okay, then why did he do what he did?
Beth, like you asked, we reached out to Carly's parents, but we have not gotten any responses about their daughter's condition. Johnson City Medical Center is also not releasing any information about Carly either. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Rachel Whittle, and I just spoke with Sheriff Ronnie Lawson here in Hawkins County, and he says that he's gotten great reports from his officers at the hospital. He says that Carly appears to be happy and is playing in the hallway at the hospital. And we'll certainly go back to Rachel later in the newscast at 10 and also on the night beat at 11. I did have the chance to talk to one of Carly's family members tonight, her great aunt, who has been searching for Carly since she found out she was missing a week ago. And her smile on her face said it all tonight. You get the phone call, 4:30.
Yeah.
A sighting of Carly. Take me to that.
Well, at first we didn't know if it was. There had been so many that we didn't know were real, and then we kept getting more and more and more. My phone was going off. My husband Chuck's phone was going off, and it was about every 2 seconds somebody was trying to call us. So we had a feeling that this one was a little different. And then we did finally get the official verification that she had been found, that she was okay, and that they were still in the process of trying to apprehend him, which we weren't sure if they had him yet, but we didn't care. We were glad that she was safe and that she was on her way home.
You say this so calmly.
Well,
you were there from day one with Carly's parents at the sheriff's office.
Mm-hmm.
Just the emotions when you got that confirmation.
Yeah, it's just been a roller coaster because, you know, people have said, oh, well, they spotted her here, and then every night the TBI would announce, no, there's been no credible sightings. And then they seemed real urgent yesterday, like they had some new evidence or something. And then we had heard they were pulling out of town and going to move the command center back to Nashville. And we were thrilled last night when we found out that they were going to stay here. And then, but the urgency kind of worried us, so we were concerned that maybe they knew something bad because of the urgency in their voices yesterday and today as well. But that all changed when we got that call and found out that everything was okay and that she was coming home.
How are you feeling tonight?
Just really good. really good. We've prayed, we've hoped, and we've held on to every little bit of hope that we could, that everything would turn out the way that it has, and we're just so glad that God's answered our prayers.
Yeah, you talked with Carly's mom.
I did. I actually saw her downtown, I guess about 5 when she was there, and she was headed on to wherever they have her. I'm not sure where they have her at now. I'm sure they're interviewing her, but wherever she is, that's where she was going. And the dad was already on his way. Jamie was too.
Describe her reaction when she found out they found her.
She was excited. She was shaking all over. She was just thrilled.
Has she talked to Carly? Has she had a chance to hug Carly?
At the last that I heard from them, which was about an hour ago, they had not had a chance to see her yet. I'm sure that she's still being interviewed by the authorities. But they did get a glimpse of her in passing, said that she looked real good, and they were thrilled. So they didn't have any worries there about how she looked.
Did she have a smile on her face?
They didn't say, but they said she looked really good. That's the only news that I got as far as what little bit they saw of her in passing.
Your children actually organized many of the search efforts, and there's a big celebration planned this Saturday.
We're so glad to announce that we will be having a celebration instead of having another search party. We had, at last count, a little over 700 people had committed to coming out on Saturday for the search, but now we've changed that over to a celebration. So we'll be having a celebration. There'll be food, entertainment, games for the kids, and we just want everybody to come out and welcome Carly home. We're not sure yet if she's going to be able to attend, but for her and for Katie as well, because she's been without a sister for the past week. So it'll be a celebration, a time of thankfulness and gratefulness, and just saying thank you, God, for bringing her home.
And you better believe this community will be at that celebration, something that they're all looking forward to. And I do want to reiterate that the sheriff said that his officers told him tonight that they have seen Carly at the hospital. I know everyone is concerned about her state, but they say that she appears to be happy and she's playing in the hallway at the hospital, so that is good news. We mentioned Gary Simpson's charges. We have just learned that he will appear in court on Monday, so we'll continue to follow that and bring you the very latest. Coming up at 10:30, we are going to talk more with Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson about the discovery, about what his community has been through this past week, and how elated he is that that little girl is safe tonight. For now, though, we're going to send it back to you, Aaron.
All right, Beth, certainly a lot of folks happy tonight learning that Carly Trent is safe. Again, thank you guys for all that work tonight. Coming up in about 20 minutes, how the community is reacting to this news after a week of searching. Plus, Beth is going to speak with the Hawkins County Sheriff, and then we'll look ahead to what's next and break down these charges for Gary Simpson. Again, all that coming up tonight at 10:30. There are downed trees across many parts of East Tennessee tonight after storms moved through just before rush hour. Just ahead, a look at the damage left by that system and whether we can expect another round later tonight. And later, bears are coming out of hibernation hungry this spring. What hikers need to know before setting up camp in the mountains.